might not be you might not be shouting ski wee or whatever she said, but at least the song come in the club, you'll just do your little 1-2, get your little drink. It is what it is, man.
School, and there was an open condom on the bed.
In her house?
In her bed. And she just said, "Oh, yeah, my sister was in here before me," and I believed it.
Oh, she lying. That happened to me. One time, my friend was at my house. And she was in there with her nigga in the living room, and I told them, do not fuck on my couch. Her nigga knew my nigga, but my nigga couldn't come at the time because they was friends. You know how two friends be talking to friends. He couldn't come
like on some like couldn't.
He probably was fucking off.
Couldn't get up.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't come over my house. And then it was a condom in my trash can, and he told on me and said that I was the one fucking, but it was not my condom. My nigga called me the next day and was like, "You had a condom in your trash can and stuff." I'm like, "That wasn't my condom. I don't use condoms, baby.
Right.
I'm the raw dog queen."
In high school, and that was
that's crazy.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just been watching Very Subtle. And I'm telling you, I like Glorilla. I'm telling you, I thought she should have been Rookie of the Year last year. I really like her. There's some subtle changes that I'm watching with Glorilla that I know is industry shit. And I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna fuck it up with this star. Like, I know she's a star beyond star. Y'all gonna fuck it up. Y'all gonna fuck it up. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? The aura of what she came in the game and why, again, a lot of people just were innately attracted to her is starting to fade. And don't take because she still has a lot of social interactions. Yes, she still has some hot songs. Don't take that, oh no, nothing is happening. Trust and believe what people were attracted to her for, they're looking at 2 to 3 other girls. I'll just leave it at that. And you know, because I really like Glorilla and I want to see her succeed. Okay, all right. But yeah, Sexy Red is kind of one of those, man. Salute to Sexy Red. All right, people. Shit, we gotta talk about this Lizzo cancellation shit. Should we address the SZA stuff off rip? We could do the SZA stuff. All right, let me get to the SZA stuff right now. I know SZA got me blocked and a half still. You know I do. Incognito. All right. Few things about the SZA thing. Give me a second. Here we go. Got him. Bang. Okay. Now, so people, you know, I had my rant about SZA. And I do want to say, and I want to explain this to y'all, because me and SZA perpetually or, you know, continually do not have a people know that. And I do want to say as well, I'm sending positive energy and vibes to her. Because I don't have any ill will beyond what I said. Okay? I hope she's okay. And I will say that just truthfully, you know, we live in a world that really, I know they say it's a man's world, but it's really a woman's world. Because a lot of people want to measure your response when there is initial action. And with someone like me, my response is usually going to be 3 million times what you did. You don't go to the club, fucking step on somebody's toe, and when the fuck they slap the shit out of you, you're like, oh my God, why'd you? Hey, it just happens to be like that. So, I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying without saying it. My rant about SZA was me getting that shit off. I'm sorry. That shit was on my mind for a couple years. Me saying about Erykah Badu, that was me getting that shit off. I'm not perpetually beefing with either of these women. I'm also not really thinking and hoping that they fail or hoping that they're upset or hoping that, you know, they're not having a positive time or they're mentally affected by these things, truth be told. I got it off my chest. And that's important for me to acknowledge because I'm not continuing with it. Okay? So I do want to send her some positive energy. I know you guys have probably wondered what's the blowback, right? Um, there has been none. You know what I mean? I've talked to a few people. Salute to my man Whack 100. We spoke about, you know, he called me. He was like, "Yo, listen, man." It's like, "What happened? Did it like some people are upset?" Explain to him exactly what happened. You know, I'll even say this too, and I didn't want to even bring his name as well into it, but he did give me the okay to mention him. I even spoke to Drake about this, honestly, and you know, Drake is someone who has a lot of love for SZA, a lot of love for her, and he definitely sees a side of her, and he sees a person who is just a very beautiful person to him, and someone who, you know, it's forget even personal relationship, a collaborator of the highest extent. He respects her so much, and me and him, we talked about shit too. And by the way, I also have to point out, neither conversation with Wack nor Drake was even near to be anything like, oh yeah, I'm pressing it. No, it was nothing like that. But it was also trying to give me the understanding of the reverberations and also the effects of words. And again, while I always try to stand in my own truth and say, well, listen, anytime y'all see me do things, y'all need to also go back and be like, did somebody do something to me? Because I'm not just some invisible, like, absorbent, non-existent thing in space that people could send their energy to that it doesn't return. And I promise you, I've always told y'all, anybody and anywhere that's ever sent energy to me, I'm gonna have a memory like an elephant. I'll always return it. However, it's not that serious. I just want to point that out. So I want to send a lot of love to SZA. SZA, if you do see this, and I'm pretty sure you will, I wanted to have a conversation with you after the what I believe was a miscommunication when we went, or when you came up to Everyday Struggle. I think you saw my stream. You probably misunderstand what this is. I wasn't trying to clown you. I was trying to understand. I was trying to understand through my audience. I know you may have other things going on, and I don't know what space you were in. You may have looked at it and be like, "Oh, this guy's trying to get slick." That wasn't what it is. And honestly, since then, by the way, I spoke to Dave Free, who's no longer with TD, by the way. He's with PG Lang and Kendrick. But I also wanted to have that conversation eventually with you, and that conversation never happened. Little things here and there kind of happened that may have rubbed you the wrong way, and definitely me rubbed the wrong way. And it probably culminated to a point where in the last couple of months, especially when I thought again I was being kind of innocent, like I've always still talked about you, not trying to disrespect you. I took what you did as disrespect. And, as I spoke to and I told people while discussing this issue, when you cut off lines of communication, I hope you're never affected by the person you're unwilling to communicate with. Because what could be a simple conversation, what could be a simple, hey, no, I misspoke, hey, let's talk directly, now becomes we're talking through a medium that is hard to control, and that's the internet. And that there, and I told everyone, I was like, listen, if anyone feels any type of way, and I'm really speaking about SZA because we're really speaking about some other people in a second. I wanted to speak to SZA a long time ago. How it manifested and came out is how it manifested and came out. I'm sorry. I'm not just some, like, and I'm being very honest to whoever was watching. I'm not just some person who y'all throw darts at all day. And I get a lot of darts. Like, if you think SZA gets more darts than me, you're an idiot. Who gets more people poking, like, just getting at every fucking day, every single, nobody but me. When I return it, I'm returning it with a million times force. This mic, this stream is my therapy because it's the only thing that I get off my chest. It's the only time that I clear my conscience. I see a million negative comments just like you. So again, that's why I like to have personal conversations. I've always mentioned there's been many artists I've been on the perfect page with, but eventually or privately, we communicated and we got to a place of understanding. I continue to say you cannot control the response when you refuse to communicate. If we communicate via this medium, it's never going to be understood. Again, with that being said, says I'm sending you love because though I'm admitting that when I got that rant off, it felt like a weight off my shoulders. I'm not trying to put a burden on your soul. And that wasn't the intended purpose. It was for me to be like, you know what? That's what I felt, and that's what it is. But I don't want you to feel incredibly upset. I don't want you to feel
Cut that down just a little bit.
I don't want you to feel like I have something. No, it's nothing like that. It was just that one thought that I kind of had for a while, and I got it off. And I wish we could have talked, but again, I've extended myself to everybody. I've never said no to a conversation, ever. I've never said no to a conversation. Never.
There we go.
But I also have acknowledged if people won't have the conversation with you, that means they don't respect you. And when someone doesn't respect you, it's neither here nor there. You don't need to have that respect. Likewise for them. For example, someone like my son. There's nothing for us even to talk about. He's still talking about me. I don't even watch it anymore. He doesn't affect me. I hear about it. I might mention it now, but I don't care about it because that's where I've put him in my mind. But if my words have affected you, again, I'm sending you positive and healing energy, as maybe I did need that before I went on that rant. Nobody cares about it. I'll kind of finish addressing at least you particularly by just saying, being very truthful, and my rant was meant to be hurtful. Yes, I'm not sitting here in denial or nothing like that. Yes, it was. But it's because of maybe slights that I felt like I took myself. And, again, I think you're a great artist. It was very kind of, it was very, very kind of interesting to watch how people felt it was, what you said to her was so disrespectful. All those things are said to me daily, a million times a day, every day. It was interesting to watch how people cared and nurtured your mental health. And I deal with that every day. I'm sorry to say, I'm just not a sponge for all this shit. So again, I wish you well. I hope at a point, sometimes words or even an explanation, and this is what this is, an explanation. Those things can't cure trauma and things said in mud slang or slung or whatever. And by the way, for the other people who are outside of this, every time I try to give context, I look crazy because I speak in the direct. I speak to you directly. I don't do the subliminal shit because that's not my game. So if I give you the whole real history between me and SZA, you're gonna be like, well, she hasn't talked about you ever. She doesn't know you exist. Okay. I'm not giving this explanation if this didn't happen. And I'm not giving this explanation if she doesn't know. So sometimes it's bigger than, and again, this is why you're gonna have a bunch of internet people commenting on it. Because we could have had a conversation even with a mediator. You refuse to do it. My chest is clear, my conscience is clear. I sleep like a fucking baby. I'm sending you healing energy. I don't plan to speak about you at all, or at least in a negative manner, because I've gotten off everything I need to get off. Okay? I'm hoping that my words may have stung, but your actions have stung too. I hope you could heal from that, and I hope we could both move on. All right?
Man of regeneration. That's what
Sometimes it's not about our exterior; it's about our insides and being a beautiful soul. And from what I hear, you're a really good person. Okay? Have a good one, SZA. And that's my address to you. Now, I'll address a few things around it. There's a few people who
I'm gonna need that.
I guess need a little addressing. And let me tell you some of y'all this. Yo, bully tactics in hip hop is over. I want to point that out very clear. And when I see some of y'all even attempt to try it, I laugh. Because it's so played out and it's so ridiculous in 2023 that I think y'all catch yourself trying to be Suge Knight. None of y'all are Suge Knight. You couldn't be Suge Knight again today. You'd be locked up in a cell. So I see some people trying to do it, but they even try to do it via social media. It's utterly ridiculous, you know? And, I have to look at a lot of sometimes the fake, like, posturing as just that. Because I just want to remind all y'all again, none of y'all are Suge Knight. You don't strike fear in my heart. There is no, oh my God, he's going to get me. I want to put this in context. I did content about the biggest killers in the world in Chicago. I talked about the worst people you could imagine. Some of these people weren't even rappers. I won't be sitting here scared of like an older nigga who claims he's a thug. Or he's like the like, come on. Like, we gotta... So, that's another narrative that people have to get over. Like, yo, oh, Ack is shook! We got him!
This nigga's tripping.
We have to stop it. And when I see you guys even try to purport that, I have to call out the silliness, and I have to even just, like, make you realize that you think you're in an era you're not in. And we're laughing at you. Like, we're laughing at you. Like, there's no fear. We're just laughing at you. You're not dangling people off balconies anymore. We're laughing at you. So, I'll address this because I don't know what he thought he was doing. Mr. Punch from TDE, you didn't have to delete your tweet. But whatever was on your mind, I don't know if it was me. And I'm guessing it wasn't me because I know how y'all guys get. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tweet but not say a name. Then when everybody says, are you talking about Ack? Nah. I get it. Again, I speak directly. Punch, I'm not scared of you. I don't know nobody that's scared of you. And I don't know nobody that even think you'll be doing nothing. So please, pipe down, and rather than delete the tweet, don't send the tweet. I'm telling you this. Don't delete the tweet. Don't send the tweet. Okay? Because if you look at my tweet history, I leave them up. I leave them up for all to see. You, the person I offend, and anybody else who might see it in history. I'm not over here thinking like, oh no, oh let me leave it up for 5 minutes. You know what happened when you delete a tweet? You're like, everybody hits your phone. Yo, what are you doing? You're fucking it up. You're like, oh shit. Give me my black pen. You don't have to do that, my brother. So I seen a tweet that says, man, I've been so conflicted on the past couple of days as to address this dude publicly or not. Not playing no internet games. Now, this is why we're laughing. You're tweeting. You're not playing internet games while you're tweeting it. This is why I said, y'all are not Suge Knight. Suge Knight wouldn't give a nice, proper warning, then delete the tweet. I don't think you'd be tweeting at all. I'm not playing no internet games, but I'm tweeting this on the internet. Sorry. I just want to know, I just want to let you know, if this was even remotely aimed at me, it was received, laughed at, and sent back. Okay? We're not scared of none of you niggas. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry. Like, yo, niggas think I've like survived everything in hip hop, and I'm like, oh my God, this the one. Oh, this the one. This the one. Oh shit. Oh, I'm dead. No. Nigga, when I seen, I'm like, I had to go on his page. I'm like, nah, he ain't says. He deleted it. Oh, even worse. He gonna have to answer for those disrespectful things he said about SZA. I'll say this to you. Your message or maybe lightweight coded threat was received, but it was still laughed at, okay? Focus on your label. Listen, you guys have some great artists, and, you know, I'm hoping you guys could put out music a little bit more frequently, but that's just the fan in me speaking. But, again, I don't know what some of y'all think hip-hop is, but hip-hop, what y'all think it is not what it is now. It's not like the 90s. It's not like the early 2000s. You're not going around like, yo, like Macho Man Randy Savage. You got to answer for what you... It's not happening, buddy. Okay? It's not happening. And I keep trying to tell y'all because you know what? There's a conglomerate or population of people like, yo, why hasn't he been taught? Why has... As I said, if I done cover Chicago, I covered the... Nigga, I've covered serial killers. You think I'm over here like, yo, oh my God, TDE punched that some shit. Come on, brother. Put your record out, man. Put your record out. Be quiet. That's about it. Worst part about this tweet was fucking 5 a.m. Fuck you got going on at 5 a.m.? I had to address you because in case maybe your bully tactics have worked on other people, I need to make it abundantly clear to you that it was received, acknowledged, but thoroughly laughed at. And I like when people do this because now I could document me laughing at all your fucking attempts into the future in perpetuity. Stop acting gangsta online. If you was going to do something, you wouldn't tweet it. Like, yo, you're going to have to answer. This is not going to be the internet. I'm saying this on the internet. You're going to have to answer for this. Stop it, brother. Please, stop it. You look pathetic. And by the way, I don't want a response for this neither, okay? Work your record. You're a record executive. Yeah, you got a couple gangsters on payroll. Whoop-de-doo. We're all millionaires. Everybody could pay for some dumb shit to get done. You don't want to die. I don't want to die. You don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Shut up. Keep tweeting. I don't know who these industry niggas think they are. Like, my nigga, like, who the fuck are you? You ain't, I don't know. You must have these other niggas shit, because I seen this shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? The fuck? Anyway, another shot. I had to make sure I was very clear with SZA, but this guy right here, I'm like, I could see he was tweeting us out like, SZA, nah, I'm gonna get this nigga. Okay, all right. And so we move on. So people, I don't know if you heard the news. My boy, Uncle Trump, Donald Trump, indicted again. I said, fuck. You know how they said that? Oh my God, they're not gonna let me. Oh, you know how they said that? Who they used to say was the black president before Barack? They used to say that Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack, right? They used to say Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack. And in reality, all Bill Clinton did, right, was cheat on his wife, get some dome in the Oval Office, fuck a bitch, have a side bitch pretty much, and allegedly he was smoking some weed. That got that nigga a black pass. That's all he did, and people like, nah, that's the first black president. That's what people used to say. I'm looking at my man, Uncle Trump. That boy got 18 felonies, 4 indictments. That boy just got a RICO charge. He ain't black? Nah, Uncle Trump, nah, I think he over here. Nah, y'all niggas is tweaking. Uncle Trump got more felonies than your favorite hood nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. We got to keep it 100. So anyway, if you guys don't know, Donald Trump and 18 others were indicted by Atlanta grand
This
jury.
nigga is stupid.
They face a sweeping racketeering indictment, which has charges stemming from efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Yeah, on one page and blah blah is against the former president, and 18 others called the attention of lawyers across the United States. It was a list of all the grand jurors who had voted blah blah. They're usually secret and blah blah. Oh, in Georgia, state law requires indictments to list the grand jurors in the name of transparency. Wow. So if you don't know, Trump got indicted. He got indicted in Georgia. Now, what's interesting enough, Fonnie Willis, you guys know Fonnie Willis. We're gonna get into it a little. While before she was even going at YSL, she had promised that she was going to investigate and bring charges if necessary against the former president, Donald Trump, if it was being told that if it was being proven that he tried to interfere with the election. Now, just for, my lack of journalistic, whatever, don't call me a journalist, but we'll get into this. So Donald Trump was on the phone. Donald Trump phone called Georgia, where like when he was losing the election, he called the Secretary of State or whatever, and he basically was trying to say, yo, bruh, I need a few more votes. Yo, could you, you got to get me them votes, gang. So this was the call, supposedly. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go.
Big development. Much investigation.
Here we go. I just want to play the.
At the end of the.
Since off.
No, hold on. I gotta let you hear Trump on the phone. Here we go. No. Phone call. Here we go.
Really, really important.
Here we go.
Listen, if we counsel part
dead people.
Here we go.
Can we listen in on this chunk of the call here?
The other thing, dead people. So dead people voted, and I think the number is in the close to 5,000 people, and they went to obituaries. They went to all sorts of methods to come up with an accurate number, and a minimum is close to about 5,000 voters.
Now, you just heard the words of former president, who was then the president, Donald Trump. Later on in that conversation, moments later, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who was the Secretary of State then and importantly is still the Secretary of State, responded to former President Trump's.
Were two.
Okay, so essentially, there's another audio too. I can't really find it, but he was just like, yo. He basically said, find me some votes. And I think people believe that was a kind of targeted and kind of like you're giving someone a command. Find me some votes means, yo, do what you got to do to make me fucking win this thing because I need it, right? So that's part of why he got indicted. And by the way, this is a slight crash out. This is a MSNBC crash out because as much as, you have the scums of earth like Megan Cuniff that use my name in ways to try to push their agenda, MSNBC, who we would believe is a reputable outlet, use my name. And by the way, MSNBC, I hope somebody sends this to you because I'm going to give further clarification because you had me all wrong, but I hope you give me an apology. Anyway, so this is why Trump is getting indicted. He did get indicted, but before he got indicted, he said this. He said this like pretty much almost like preemptively, like kind of predicting that he was going to be indicted. Where's Uncle T at? Where's Uncle T? And by the way, every time I say Uncle T, like everybody thinks like I'm on his payroll. This thing is just fucking funny. I'm sorry to say, Joe Biden is like a fucking corpse. Like I like my presidents to be fucking entertaining. Like my nigga, like they're presidents. Like yeah, they have executive power and they could vote and veto. Well, not vote, but like write shit into law and also veto with their executive power. But like, come on, like Congress still runs the whole shebang, right? Anyway, here's the thing. Listen to this motherfucker.
They waited, and I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta.
One more shot.
And they say, I guess, that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember?
Okay. What is he talking about? He's talking about Fonnie Willis, right? And he's saying that Fonnie Willis, who he calls a racist, by the way, Trump, I got to keep it real, and I call you Uncle Trump and shit like that. Can't be just calling our black people racist like that. I don't think Fonnie Willis is near to be a racist because she done indicted about 1,000 Negroes. Like, she's getting more niggas locked up than white people. So trust me, if anything, she's keeping it fair. She done got YSL, YFN. She just hit PDE with some shit. She hitting you like, brother, you gonna have to take your licks. She is not racist if you ask me. Anyway, what is Trump talking about? Now, Trump is talking about, and I listened to this a million times, but Trump is talking about a rumor that is seeping through and existing in certain precincts. Now, before I get to it, I have to call out MSNBC. Because just like the liberals who cover the majority of whatever, because I've got to deal with Rumble, and salute to Rumble. We all love Rumble. Everybody clapping up for Rumble. Rumble paid the bag. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm with who paid the bag. If y'all liberal motherfuckers wanted me to be claiming y'all, pay the bag, okay? You niggas ain't got the bag. Boys ain't got the bag. Y'all niggas is, I told y'all, go woke, go broke. Y'all ain't got the bag for Big Act. You know who got the bag? I'm over there with it. Sorry to tell y'all, I'm only a streamer. I don't try to get political, but I only tell the truth. My truth, okay? Anyway, so MSNBC, and we're going to call out the author because I want y'all on this boy's neck. Look at this. Oh, no, it says, no. Oh, okay. I got to, let me go to Microsoft Edge real quick now because this is the article. This is the article. And we're gonna call out some of these people who, you know, again, every time I call these motherfuckers out, I never see the follow-up. Like someone's like, oh, no, okay, we correct. No, it's never correcting. Never them saying I'm wrong. It's just them running and hiding like pussies. So I want to call out MSNBC. And I'm only calling them out, not on behalf of Trump. I'm calling them out because they mentioned my name. And let me see here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Cool. Here we go. Here's the thing. Maybe later. It says, Trump spreads, I hope you can see it, a rap-centered conspiracy theory in Willis attack. Now, I need y'all to remember this guy's name because, of course, it came from a black man. His name is Jahan Jones. And I need all y'all to hit up Jahan to ask him what is he talking about. You're going to click here, go to his Twitter. His Twitter is going to be here. I need everybody to make sure we hold people accountable because if I fuck up, they try to hold me accountable. So Jahan Jones, this guy right here, I need all y'all to ask him what the fuck he's talking about. By the way, you could probably find his information. If you want to contact him, please do not spam him. Please do this on a constructive way because he is a journalist and I know he stands for truth. I'm not a journalist. He's a journalist. He stands for truth. Now, let me read what they said. It says, the alliance between men in hip-hop media space and right-wing extremists remain one of the most saddest and most cynical developments in politics in recent years. What? Alliance? I dapped up Trump for one time. He took one picture with me and I'm in alliance with him? What? Keep in mind, I've said this. Yo, you know the last election cycle, them motherfuckers who are Democrats, they offered me like $20,000 just to promote what's that nigga named Biden? I said no, I didn't want to run politics on my page because my page was getting flagged all the way by Instagram. I've never gotten any money offered to me by Republicans. Now, if you think my Rumble deal is a Republican deal, fuck you. This is a streaming deal. And I'm going to double down on this, but we do got to talk about this. So Jahan Jones, it's a reason why it seems like you're not illiterate, but you clearly lack understanding and comprehension. So I'm going to break it down to you very clearly. I'm going to show you where you're wrong. And if, again, I'm going to try not to disrespect you, but I'm a very disrespectful person, especially when I feel like people have disrespected me. We just seen with SZA. We've seen with other people. I'm trying to keep it there. Donald Trump, racist, sexist diatribe, which, by the way, this is how they try to do when they want to just paint somebody as a bad thing. This is why I got a complex, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit, too. Racist and sexist. Again, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm not going to say, I'm not gonna have an opinion about it, but like, you're biasing people who are reading this article and making the dude just sounds really horrible, racist and sexist diatribe against Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis just gave us another data point. If you're not extremely online, the grotesque allegations probably made no sense to you, but they have been spread for months by a hip hop associate in the former what? I'm in the former president's orbit? Chat, I'm in Donald Trump's orbit? If you ask Donald Trump today who's academics, he does not know. But they've been spread by months by hip-hop associated in the former president's orbit, which seems to me like a possible attempt to have his potential Georgia charges tried in the court of public opinion and to curry favor with black men who may be susceptible to conspiratorial rants. On Tuesday, the former president says, I probably have another indictment. They said there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess, that she was after a certain gang and ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member, and this is the person they want to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, okay? That was the audio I played before, so you guys seen everything. NBC News confirmed that Willis sent a memo to her staff calling the ad a derogatory and false and telling staff members to not respond. But where did he get the claims? Possibilities abound. Now, this is where I need Jahan. You need to be tuned in. If you're a journalist who cares about truth, I'm going to give you truth, because your article was all the way wrong, right? First of all, I will say, number one, when Trump said it, and I could play the audio back again, or let's just go to the quote which you got of him saying it. It said, she had an affair. I never knew she was ever married. I never knew she was ever married. Okay? I want to be very clear as I'm going through this. Okay, so where did he get the claims? The gross conspiracy about Willis having an affair has been spread by people following the young slum life racketeering trial in Atlanta to suggest she's engaged in impropriety that could be ruin her case against rapper Young Thug, blah, blah. Trump-loving hip-hop podcast and DJ academics, listen to this, known for largely false and misogynistic coverage, has spent months basically alleging that Willis had a romantic relationship with a central figure in Young Thug's trial. The podcaster is an internet troll and was back at it Wednesday promoting and leading credence to Trump's false claim. For their part, Trump and his team have spent days misrepresenting an article, blah, blah, blah. Now, you're going to have to read down a little bit. And by the way, I'm trying to get to like by the way, have we heard this nigga's name before? Rolling Stone staff writer. Remember the guy who was going to write a hit piece on me? Have we? We're seeing the same writers pop up. Rolling Stone staff writer. Wait, this is an NBC article. Why is his name being? The author of the article debunked Trump's claim in an interview with Joy, blah, blah, blah. Trump claimed that Willis, blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on. Now, I'm going to tell you where they got it completely wrong. I got to see. Wait. Okay. All right. I got to go to. They also aired this on Trump Fonnie Willis affair. They aired this on TV. Here we go. Okay.
Optimum Fiber is the fastest.
By the way, I'll be very honest. I read that article before. I didn't screenshot it. They listed more things there that I was expecting to see now that I didn't see. So maybe they did clean the article up a little bit, but I do want to address everything in full. Okay? Hold on.
Fulton County District Attorney
member, and this
she slammed the ad as derogatory and false and urges her crew they are against. He'll believe anyone who confirms his silly putty logic, played the John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani for a public figure to as the basis for this claim. You wrote about the relation.
Voice for black prosecutors. He called D.A. Bragg and also Letitia James, the New York State Attorney General, racist as well, when we all know who the real racist is.
Yeah, flipping that word on its head. Oh, Andre, welcome to the show. So your article is what Donald Trump is using kind of as the basis for this claim. You wrote about.
Oh, now they're saying they're using his article.
About the relationship.
By the way, this is the nigga. Keep in mind, I was trying to write a hit piece on me.
Such as it was between Fonnie.
Oh, by the way, so if we're doing that, let me make sure I go to his article that we could read it afterwards, right? I think that's where I might see the bullshit. Because I kind of started letting people know that I was going to respond to this. Here's a Rolling Stone article. Bet. Perfect. Thank you. Great. Now, okay. Now everything is making sense. Here we go.
Willis and YSL Mondo. What was that relationship?
Yeah, so Miss Willis, she represented Mondo during a 2019 aggravated assault case during a brief stint where a brief break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And yeah, she represented him.
Chat, I'm hyped on drilling. I know I usually, right here is when I get a little bit lit, but trust me, I'm on point, baby. I'm on point. I'm going to take another shot. I'm on point. I ain't slipping with this one. Come on.
Was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said,
y'all didn't catch that, right? You didn't catch that, right? Did you catch that? And I just took a shot. Did you catch that? They're using me as the spreader of fake news, right? But they're saying the fake news that I spread was covered by the guy who was going to write a hit piece about me, him. This John dude, he quotes me and he quotes him. He quotes the article he wrote and he quotes me. Or he mentions me. What is this guy doing now? He's backtracking. Listen to it. You'll hear the moonwalk.
Where a brief break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And yeah, she represented him. She was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said that they had like a mother, son, auntie to nephew kind of relationship at points. Like she was a mentor figure. She, would give him advice, I guess, to keep him on the right track, so to speak, here and there. But again, there was no implication of anything unethical during their relationship.
So they brought on this guy that they're saying Trump used his article. Remember, they're not saying he's the spreader of false news. They're saying Trump used his article that he somewhat like framed. Like, remember, he covered me and Mondo talking on this stream. He covered that. They're saying that Trump didn't watch the stream. Like, you think Trump's watching the stream? Trump used his article, but now he's on there backtracking saying, I never said in the article that he said he used to fuck her. Hold on.
Their professional relationship.
And there's even like a piece to your story where she kind of warns him, stay on the right path because, if I go back to be the prosecutor, I'm going to come for you. Like trying to tell him don't get in trouble. So it's like, yeah, this is like a auntie kind of relationship. But to imply that it's some sort of sexual relationship seems really bizarre. But really to stay with you for a second, Andre, this is not the only kind of hip hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing hip-hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing other than being good citizens and attempting to, be Georgia election workers, for which there's now a lawsuit. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, in late 2021,
okay, I want to hear the part about myself.
Well, if a believer and the
Willis said last 2.5
it's sex kind of protection that's around the
within the law and the way that the rest of us are read out blog.
Okay, let's see if we can find another one. We need to find another one because I also had a screenshot. I don't know if y'all have the screenshot where they said academics was the source of these baseless claims. Now, here's the thing, and let me call both of these bozos to the fucking table. Jahan, you're writing for MSNBC, and of course, Andre G., a failed journalist who was trying to write a hit piece on me before for Rolling Stone until my agency hit up Rolling Stone and said, we do business with y'all. Ask one of our big dogs. This is what my agent and my lawyer told me because they told me to get off y'all ass. I promise you. They said, ask one of our big dogs. Let us know if y'all are trying to do a hit piece on him, and they said that y'all promised y'all didn't. Y'all never did no article. I wasn't a part of it, and there was a bunch of people I hit up, didn't really want to do it. Y'all never came out with an article. So if it wasn't a hit piece and y'all promised my agency wasn't a hit piece, why it never came out? Okay, my agency fucking scared the bejesus out of you. Because you know why? My agency, and I'll tell you, I'm rep by UTA for podcasting, and UTA is also like, you know, they rep Rolling Stone with some shit. I don't know. They probably said, whoa, yo, we all do the same shit, my nigga. Fuck is you doing trying to get a big act? Big act right now cooking. Shit never came out. I like that. By the way, UTA, the money y'all take from me, y'all earn it. You heard me? I like that. You feel me? Y'all gotta start little niggas for me, because you gonna get bozos like Andre G just saying crazy shit about me. So let me bring it back in here. Andre G, bring your bitch ass back in here. Jahan, bring your bitch ass back in here. Get y'all pen and y'all pads out, okay? Here's where you both you bozos have it wrong. When I said, and what y'all are claiming are baseless rumors, I've never ever said, and by the way, these are rumors. These are rumors, and by the way, Trump definitely, I know just hearing what Trump said, he didn't get it from nothing to do with my stream. He got it from somewhere else. He had to get it from somewhere else. You know why he had to get it from somewhere else? Because the information that I heard isn't all the way congruent with what he heard. So he's hearing slightly different information. I'm hearing slightly different information. Let me give you the information I heard. And by the way, again, this is a rumor. Again, I'm hearing this. Again, I know sometimes, you see these little journalists, they be wanting me to come on here to give niggas government like, oh, I heard it from him. No, these are street niggas in Atlanta who's connected to the case. I'm telling you, they're connected to the case. Niggas who's connected to the YFN case, niggas who's connected to the YSL case. They're connected to the case. This ain't no random niggas. I'm talking to niggas who's connected to the case. Niggas who's like, nigga, word goes around. Like, nigga, come on, we don't live in a vacuum. This was a conversation and this was being said. Nothing had to do with YSL Mondo. This is why I said MSNBC, y'all owe me an apology. I never said that Fonnie Willis fucked YSL Mondo. I never said that she had a romantic relationship with YSL Mondo. Andre G, you're a bozo. You kind of reported that. Look in your fucking article. This is the article you wrote, you fucking idiot. Was a lawyer for co-founder. He said blah, blah, blah. They're saying, look, let me just do this very simply. MSNBC, who mentioned my name, says for their part, Trump have spent days misrepresenting an article. This is the article that you wrote, Andre G, you fucking bozo. You wrote an article about Fonnie Willis and kept mentioning YSL Mondo, a nigga who I had on my platform and I had on my stream. I never said she had any romantic relationship with him. You must have, in a way, represented it because they're going off your article. They didn't say Trump went off me. They said Trump went off your article, that supposedly your article was based off what I said. You get what I mean? Now, look at your article. This is your fucking article right here. This is your article, right? That they're saying was misrepresented. If they're saying that they were misrepresented with your article, why are they saying that Fonnie Willis was with YSL Mondo? Let me tell you exactly what I heard. And I'm telling you this is a rumor. I'm telling you that this has been told to me by people involved in, this is not one person, it's multiple people that's been involved in the YSL case directly and indirectly, family members and otherwise, people who are cool with YFN, the whole conglomerate, the Inglewood Mafia family. They have said this to me specifically. The reason why Atlanta right now is in a chokehold. Fonnie Willis, it was never YSL Mondo. This is why I said, Andre G, you're a fucking bozo. You sent off MSNBC, and they are reporting incorrect information, but neither y'all will give an apology. Let me give you the right rumor. The rumor is Fonnie Willis filed the indictment against YSL because Fonnie Willis might have had a relationship with the decedent, which is Donovan Nut Thomas, not YSL Mondo. She took it personally that he was killed. She promised his mom that she would get justice, and allegedly, give me a second. Give me a second, Chad. Okay. Okay. Somebody said post. Okay. So let me just finish what I was saying. The conversation and the rumors were that when she took office as the DA, she had specifically put a picture of Donovan Nutt Thomas on her desk, and it was known within not only the precincts of the DA office, but it was known that she was hell-bent on getting justice for Donovan Nutt Thomas. That's what that was. And again, the rumor y'all are reporting about YSL Mondo, it could be like nobody said that. Y'all just made that up. If y'all wanted to know, this is the thing about, like, again, people like Andre G and all these other people, y'all are writers, but like y'all are bad listeners. Now y'all know the full rumor that I've heard. Trump, by the way, I never knew if she was married or not. That's why I said me and Trump can't hear the same thing. I don't know if she was married or not. It was said that she supposedly may have had a relationship with a guy. The guy gets killed. She promises the mother of the guy, yo, listen, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna get justice for your son. She's keep looking into the case. Many people has tried to file charges against people that were possibly involved in his murder. It got dropped, I think once or twice. Go look it up. People tried to charge people that were allegedly involved in Donovan Nutt Thomas murder, and those charges got dropped. You get what I mean? Give me 1 second. Wait, chat. Chat, give me 1 second, chat.
The best decision I could ever make.
Hit up Drake and say, hey, I want you to meet my new best friend.
Really? Well,
nah,
I don't know Drake like that. I'm sorry.
He hates me. I got word one time from like inside source that his team says because I made a parody video, I took a lookalike and I made people believe it was Drake. Drake doesn't like that shit.
Wait, so what? I thought he was going to perform at one of your events.
He was, July 15th.
So then what happened?
You should have came, dog. Shit was popping.
So what happened then?
Somebody called in a bomb threat.
Jesus Christ.
And the event got canceled. Dog, people prey on my downfall. People don't like to see me win. It doesn't matter because you know who does?
Who?
God does.
What the fuck? Okay, so then what's your next step? You're going to LA?
I'm going to LA. I'm about to work out for 4 days. And then I'm going to Arizona. Oh, you want to come to Arizona with me, dog?
When?
Friday to Sunday. Friday to Monday.
You know,
can leave whenever.
I would. I'm just doing something with Jinxie. But what are your plans after that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll touch base after that then.
Bet.
All right, well...
Aiden, can I ask you something?
Whatever you would like.
We've been messaging. We've been talking. We've been sending dick pics to each other. Why do I not have your phone number? Why are we talking on Discord?
It just got leaked by a 60-year-old grandpa. And my number, I keep changing it because I don't know how they got my other one too that I just changed. So I have to go to a phone store and get a new fucking plan or some shit, bro.
Can't you just call one of your 100 butlers and say, go get me a phone?
I have to go in person, bro. It's not like that. I know. Oh, my God.
Aiden, you know you sound like my cousin, and it makes me really like you.
What do you mean?
Like, I love my cousin, obviously, he's family, and you remind me of him the way you talk.
Yeah.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Yo, I have a question. This I saw this clip and I you know when I saw it I was like, what the fuck? There was this guy trying to interview and you were like screaming at him. Why? What did he do?
No, bro. This kid comes up to me, right? Oh, what's up, Boosie? I'm a big fan. I love you. Let me suck your dick. So I'm like, bet, let's talk. He goes, can I interview you? I go, yes.
Oh.
He has a chance to talk to the G7 president. He can ask me any question he wants in life. How do I become a millionaire? How do I do this? How do I do that? You know what he asked me?
What?
Talk to me about the drama that you just got into with Keemstar.
No way.
So I told him to go fuck himself.
But he's a
and then
kid.
He,
He was like 16.
Huh? Does he have balls?
Yes.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
Bro, no, but he's a kid.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Just because he's a kid. Fuck it, I don't care. If you
Who am I? A man who's
The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast, as well as its hosts, are for entertainment purposes only.
Took that nigga off the internet. Whole lot. No, he's sick. They took that nigga right out. Let me see if he on Twitch. That nigga gone. Watch my other nigga.
Oh. You know how you hit down in A really fast and it just doesn't work?
Oh, cause it's blocking ads. That's tough. The fuck? I'm off that. It's over.
I thought this combo was hard to do, chat. You got a diamond doing it. That layer is way too late. There you got clapped.
Yeah, what is this? There you go. Huge critical strike chance. The 17. Critical strike chance. Yep, need that.
Oh, that was just. That was kind of easy.
I think I'm good. There's 1, 2, 1. And then I gotta get the greater one. Maybe one for here too.
Spacing is immaculate on this. Look at this. Bottom of the shoe every time. -8ers.
I need you to projectile, the greater projectile. That's what I need. Greater projectile. Get a 4 length.
Just the soul, exactly. If the soul hits, then it's probably like -8 or 9. Or in burnout, it's definitely.
Here comes a new challenger.
Rashido. Oh fuck yeah, baby. Come to terminate.
Come on.
Defensively protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class: hands up, chin down.
Oh, and he lands another leg kick there. I have a novel idea. Maybe the opponent should try to check one of these.
He's got to try to check the punch. Oh, man. Oh, nice right hand.
Oliveira gets caught with that punch. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Oh!
He's done, he's done.
You knew if he landed that weapon repeatedly, it could be a short night for his opponent, but that was just one perfectly placed strike that his opponent candidly didn't even see coming. It landed flush. So the Stockton Southpaw Nate Diaz back at it here tonight, more than 10 years on this UFC roster. Pretty fast starter. He'll try to get the hand. All right, so what has become seemingly an annual stop for the MMA leader, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We are back inside Gionesi Arena here tonight, and you can expect these Brazilians to be early, to be loud, and to get behind their fighters as usual tonight.
Every time. I mean, they're loud. They're behind their guys. They almost propel the Brazilian fighters to some of their greatest accomplishments, to some of their best performances to date. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
Real quick leg kick.
So unable to connect on the uppercut. Rips the body there. Oh, combination lands. You want to talk about putting strikes together. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. He's very tricky when he throws that body kick. They got him. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard. Every time you see him drive his shin into his opponent. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Oh, wow, those leg kicks are already taking effect.
Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy is landing his kick with so much force. That was a thudding leg kick. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
And just misses with that big right hand. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quickly.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He is a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind that educated jab.
Back to his patented kicks here, but just out of range.
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
Trying to find a home for that right hand.
Good punch lands.
Combination. Oh! Back to the feet. Final seconds of round one. How about those 5 minutes? All right, so a huge... Second round underway.
I fucking forgot my jump.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Nice.
Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing it.
Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Oh, an obvious limp there, his for certain.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, what a head kick lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
He blocks the shot. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done, he's done.
Pinpoint strike.
Come on.
All right, so here we go with the start of round one. I can tell how excited you are for this matchup. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but maybe not.
This is a big-time fight. It feels like a big moment for both of these guys' careers. Who is going to be able to implement their game plan the best in this matchup between these two big-time athletes?
Well, he continues to offer up the kick here, but just misses with that one. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Knee to the body. Oh, and he connects there. His hands look good tonight.
So fast. I mean, this guy has tremendous hand speed. Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Big kick lands. Oh!
Oh, straight right. Oh!
An uppercut landed.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Just misses there with the left. Oh! Massive Massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Big head kick lands. Oh!
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, straight right. So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Dominic Cruz.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
2 minutes now to go. Cruz's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. All right, so he lands another jab now, just snapping that thing off, DC.
I believe that the jab was lost in mixed martial arts initially, but now it has been.
There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
DC, it didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point. Man.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Seconds now to go in the round. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Attempts the front kick there.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Round 2 is next. All right, a lot of high-level highlights from that last round. DC, take us through the replay.
All right, let's get it. Come on.
Second round underway. Oh,
ooh, you sneaky with that.
Oh.
I'm sneaky too of mine.
Nice strike. He's mixing up his target. He's throwing kicks. He's throwing punches. Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Pretty significant welt to the left side. Starting to do some. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to change that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out.
Big combination.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh!
Oh.
Body shot there. He's out.
Forward. Oh my goodness.
Let's get this one started here. Round 1 is underway. And we've got a striker who is a force to be reckoned with. Tonight, though, he draws a guy who can do a little bit of everything.
And that guy is usually the one that will have the advantage. But we know what a high-level striker is. And this guy is as high level as we've ever seen in the UFC.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there as he lands the punch, DC. Timing the shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active.
They're certainly getting after it early. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come.